This channel is what studying abroad dreams are made of. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel iSchoolConnect. Like every week, we are back with some really interesting content all around studying overseas. Now today I want to talk about a very important topic that a lot of you keep asking us about, and that is how do you prepare for your college interviews. Now today we will be talking about the top 5 college interview tips. So for the longest time, we've observed that students get really anxious before their college interviews, and rightfully so, because this is a very crucial stage of your application process. Now, some important things that you guys need to know is that college interviews today are majorly being conducted online through various platforms like Zoom, Hangout, and the college will basically put forward a meeting request to you, and you will be facing a recruitment officer or somebody from the recruitment team. It could even be students who will essentially ask you a couple of questions about you, and the whole process is actually as simple as you can imagine it to be, but because of different accents and different situations and the whole pressure of doing well, we know that students end up getting a little nervous. So we're going to go through a few of these tips which have helped a lot of the students we've helped so far. So let's get started with each of them. Number 1, prepare for your interview. Now there are some questions that are going to be invariably asked during your college interview. So things like, tell me about yourself, why do you want to join this college, why are you choosing these subjects, can you tell us about your past work or show us your portfolio. Now all these questions are invariably asked by the recruitment officer or the interviewer. Now the best suggestion would be, make sure you are prepared for a minute or two words of answer for each of these questions, and practice. So the more you practice for each of these questions, the more comfortable you will be when these questions are asked. Number 2, test your equipment. Now 3 things I need you to test before your interview. Number 1, your camera. It doesn't have to be a high fancy camera, but whatever you're using, make sure it's working properly. Number 2, your microphone. It can either be your laptop or your computer's microphone that you're using, or even your telephone. Whatever it is, make sure you've tested it. And number 3, make sure you're testing out your internet before the interview. Now all of these things I would recommend you test it few days in advance once when you settle down on a date for the interview, and once again 1 day prior to the interview. So like that you are extremely confident that all your setup is working for you. Number 3, set up your location. Now all these interviews are being held online, and so most probably you will be taking this interview from your house. So couple of things you need to keep in mind are, make sure your background is clean. It doesn't have to be fancy or anything. Preferably sit with the wall against your back. Make sure it is decently well lit. Morning light or natural light is the best kind of light. Now another thing that you want to be careful about is, make sure your table and chair is comfortable for you, your posture is good, and wherever you are, you're able to clearly see your interviewer, and the interviewer is able to clearly see you, your gestures and your face. Number 4, practice. I cannot emphasize enough on how important it is to practice before your interviews. Now, couple of things that you need to remember here are, first, of course, practice before the mirror, see how you're looking while you talk, and get confident with each time you run through your script or your answers. Now, another thing that can benefit you is taking suggestions from people around you, maybe your parents or your good friends, teachers, or mentors. Always ask them to do a mock interview with you. The more mock interviews you do, the better it is. And don't just concentrate on the content of what you're speaking. Another really important aspect of your interview is your soft skills, your communication skills. So make sure they're testing you and you are closely observing your tone, your pitch, how assertive you're looking, how confident you're looking. Are you moving your hands too much, or your head too much, or your eyebrows too much? Observe all these things and try to control them if it's overbearing. Now, at this point, I would love to talk to you guys about this amazing tool we have at iSchoolConnect. It's the Video Interview Analyzer. So the Video Interview Analyzer basically helps you to understand how you are being perceived by your interviewer. It gives you a clear report of your confidence level, how your gestures are, your assertiveness, your behavior, and how you are coming through to the interviewer. This is definitely a must-have tool for all students who are going in for college interviews. Number 5, make sure you have a plan B. Now, the best possible situation is where you're confident and everything is going great. But in case you feel really nervous, and it's very normal and natural to feel so, make sure you have a clean piece of paper where you've written down a few things for yourself. And be honest and transparent with the interviewer and let them know that these are a few things that I've jotted down just for my memory, just in case I forget. I don't want to miss out on these amazing things that I have done for myself. Right? So all these things will be taken in good spirit. Don't be sneaky about it. There's no point of doing that. Neither do you have to go upright and in the very beginning itself show them a piece of paper with all the information you've written. You don't have to do that. In case you're referring to that piece of paper where you've written down a few points that you want to remember, you can always, if the interviewer asks you, you can always go ahead and show it to them. And I think we covered most of the important points. Some really important points apart from these are make sure you brush up on some of your hard skills before the interview and try to talk about those and pitch those points forward before the questions go in any other direction, right? So try to stick to what you know, and if there's something you don't know, be honest, smile and say that this is something you don't know at this point of time, and if you are interested, you can tell them that you would love to know more about this and learn about this. And make sure you're dressed appropriately, at least top up, wear simple clothes. Plain white shirts work best, plain simple formals work best in such a scenario. And lastly, most important thing guys, just hydrate yourself and relax. Chill out guys, it's just an interview. I know it holds a lot of value to you, but the more relaxed and calm and composed you are, the better you will perform during the interview. On that note guys, all the best for your college interviews. I hope you rock it, and if you have any doubts, please feel free to reach out to us in the comment section. Show us some love, tell us if you like this content, and if you do like it, please do leave us a like. And if you want to watch more of this, please do subscribe to our channel. This is Malvika signing off on behalf of iSchoolConnect. Please take care. Bye-bye.